And we are rolling on part 2 of extemporaneous speaking on January 31st here at UCLA, where the sunshine is shining. It's a beautiful day. Eat your heart out, Easter. Shania will speak on should the UK Independence Party reject Article 50 in pushing for the Brexit. Should the UK Independence Party reject Article 50 in pushing for the Brexit? Okay. And we are almost rolling. We are rolling.
June 24th, 2016. The phrase "we're out" was plastered on the front page of the London Evening Standard. And unknown Brits walked by, turning to Google to answer their own questions, like, what is the EU? What is Brexit? And what is Article 50? Article 50 is one of the crucial steps that the UK must trigger in order to negotiate a proper way to exit the EU, which is why it's an important question that we should ask ourselves. But instead of turning to Google, I turned to ProQuest and Articles Plus to answer the question, should the UK Independence Party reject Article 50 in pushing for the Brexit? The answer to which is a resounding no. But while I will argue is that Brexit will still happen, however, the process in which we should achieve Brexit should not be in rejecting Article 50. This is significant to everyone in here, as well as specifically to British citizens, as the next few months and years will indicate a lot towards their well-being and the future of their own lives. But it's also significant to us because remember, as exports increase in cost, that means that those yummy little wine gummies you buy from Harrods, or maybe some special clothes from the UK, will now cost a pretty penny. We will analyze the answer in 3 main ways, and how it harms British citizens politically, socially, and economically.
Good.
Politically, British citizens will be harmed in 2 main ways, but we'll try to analyze 2 levels of analysis. The first is that UKIP's strategy is a poor one, and the second is that it will create a bad political image for the UK. Primarily, it will be a bad strategy for UKIP to try to reject Article 50 in pushing for Brexit. According to an article from the International Business Times from November 29, 2016, UKIP's new leader, Paul Nuttall, who replaced Farage in the past couple of months, is now trying to reject Article 50. What this means is that they repeal the Act of Parliament from 1972, which initially brought the UK into the EU and allowed for EU law to hold primacy inside the UK. The goal, of course, is to try to stop pushing off triggering Article 50, actually leave the EU, and place the UK into the driver's position in terms of negotiations. However, this is impossible to actually achieve and impossible to actually go through. So it's impossible to go through because it takes 6 to 12 months for an Act of Parliament to be repealed. The House of Commons and the House of Lords must agree, which takes a lot of negotiation within those 2 chambers. But furthermore, it's impossible to achieve, as The Guardian indicated on October 3rd, 2016, that the Euro Council President, Donald Tusk, refuses to negotiate with the UK unless they trigger Article 50. So that means that the UK will not be in the driver's position at all. Rather, it will mean no deal for Brexit, and they will just have complete severance from the EU. But it also means that they will create a bad political image for the UK. According to another Guardian article from October 14th, 2016, it indicates that the EU is already really angry at the UK, as after Prime Minister Theresa May's response about how she was going to trigger Article 50 by March 2017 was met with stark silence and anger at the October EU summit. Furthermore, it will create a bad political image, as rejecting Article 50 means rejecting their obligation to remain in the Lisbon Treaty, which was an international organization that multiple countries signed, that ruins the credibility and decreases the trustworthiness of the UK overall, dooming them to any political agreements in the future. Bad politics is a bad sign for Brexit, and that's why we should not reject Article 50 in pushing for the Brexit. The second area in which it will affect EU citizens, or specifically British citizens, is socially, in which there are 2 more areas of analysis. First is that half of the country did not want Brexit, and second is that it will only lead to individuals having huge gaps in social policy. So, half of the country did not want Brexit, as the Guardian or as the BBC News rather indicated on October 13, 2016. They indicated that 51.9% to 48.1% was the result for Brexit, which means that half of the country didn't want it. This leaves center-left politic parties inside of the government leading into quandary. They don't know whether or not to respect the referendum or respect their constituents, leaving the UK government in a lot of a chaotic state. But furthermore, the Scottish and Irish prime ministers, or first ministers rather, also are left in quandary. They do not know what to do. They have left independence as still a question on the table and pushing back to reunification with Northern Ireland. That means the entirety of the UK is going up in flames, and it's being quite chaotic and leading to a bad image for Britain. But furthermore, beyond it just being that half of the country did not want it, also, it means that there will be huge gaps in social policy. Since we remove EU primacy of law immediately, that means that all of the EU law that formulated a lot of social policy, individual rights protection, fundamental rights, education and environmental policies now go out the window, which will take a very long time to replace. Which means that the rest of the country will be chaotic in terms of social policies as well, which means that rejecting Article 50 is not a good strategy. Finally, we take a look at the economic effects of pushing for Article 50 and rejecting it in terms of pushing for Brexit. There are two more areas of analysis. First is that it means no deal for Britain now, and second means no deal for Britain in the future. It means no deal for Britain now because they can no longer push for a soft Brexit where they try to remain in the single market. The single market, by the way, is very, very good for them as it decreases the cost of trade and automatically led to an average increase in the household of 5,700 euros because it was a 15% decrease in trade production, which means that automatically there is way less cost in terms of buying their common household items. So that, as indicated by the Euro Choices Journal in 2016, indicates that there's a huge economic effect right now. There's no deal for Brexit today. There's also no deal for Brexit tomorrow. As another article from BBC News indicated that they will have a hostile negotiation environment for the future. If we decrease credibility for Britain now and decrease their trustworthiness, no country, either in the EU or not in the EU, will want to negotiate a trade agreement in the future. That means no chance at a free trade agreement, no chance at a customs union, no chance at a single market. A bad economy is bad for Brexit, and that's why we should not reject Article 50. In asking ourselves the question once again, should the UK Independence Party reject Article 50 and pushing for the Brexit? Remember that our answer was obviously no. It affects the British people politically as it leads to a bad political image for Britain. It also affects them socially. There are huge gaps in those social policies that will not be replaced for a very long time. And it affects the people economically as it will have an immediate effect to the well-being of the individuals today and tomorrow inside of Britain. So when those British people turn to Google to answer their questions, it's good that they did so, because hopefully now they understand the stakes at which to their well-being are happening over the next couple of months. And hopefully they will be able to push UKIP and other major political parties to, rather than reject Article 50, try to negotiate better strategies for Brexit.
Thank you. 7:49. Okay. Here.
So just general feedback, right? I thought it was
Start
really,
with your name.
My name is Vidya.
Hi, Vidya.
Hi. I thought it was really well structured, and I thought it had a lot of credibility because you had like the figures, and you kind of, it was pretty comprehensive in terms of like you approached it from every angle, social, economic, and you kind of gave us like a view of the landscape, like a lot of things I didn't know about, I found out through your speech, and I was able to understand why the chips landed the way they did, and why it's a good thing for
Good, thank you, Vidya. Wait a minute, lose the hat.
Hi, my name is Vince.
Hi, Vince.
I really enjoyed the speech. You had a very confident attitude, and your voice exemplified that. You were very accurate with your. Because I've actually studied into the whole Brexit thing as well, and the same facts I have read. And I also really enjoyed the fact that you were enjoying your speech. You were smiling and clearly knew your audience.
Yeah, okay, good. Shania, good speech, tour de force, really. This is, by the way, more of what I'm looking for in terms of citing a great deal of evidence to back up your claims. Call this arguments from authority. And you notice she didn't make hardly a single assertion without citing a quote that backed up her analysis and her warrant, and she had evidence to back it up. You have a good breakdown of the political, social, and economic. Here's what I would recommend for you. The one thing I disagree with is that I thought you were working a little too hard on this speech. Like, I'd like you to, don't take this wrong, I'd like to see your next, I'd like to see you take a chill pill.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're just like when you debated, you're real intense. You just kick the heck out of this topic. I mean, you three-pointed everything, right? Great, cool. But I'd like to see you feel like you're enjoying the activity of speech communication a little bit more. The other thing I want to say to you is, I think you will be a little bit more effective. You resonate slightly when you speak with a slight nasal quality. You've been told that, I'm sure. And what I'd like to see you do is try hitting your stomach right here. Go, huh. There's can you draw? Is there chalk there? Yeah. Draw a circle on the board for me. Yeah, no, more of an oblong circle. Yeah. Yeah, only the other way, or this way. Yeah. What I want to say is, some people, they come from their nose, and you can hear they have a real nasal quality. Nothing that I know. We don't have a real nasal quality, right? Some people are right at their throat. Other people come from down here, a little lower. And it's a little more powerful to generate from the lower diaphragm, if you can, to lower your voice and to come from here. Especially if you can hear yourself and you hear what I'm saying. I'm going to show you next time. No, I won't show you this time. Next time, an example of somebody that had a speech problem, a perfect speech, but a speech problem that we had to correct. You don't have a speech problem that has to be corrected. You're fine. You're a lovely speaker. You're exceedingly smart. But I know you want to be perfect, right?
Maybe not exactly perfect, but it would.
You'd like to improve.
I would like to speak from a lower diaphragm.
Yeah, lower diaphragm.
It would definitely add credibility.
Would add credibility, and I'd like to see you chill when you're speaking and seem to be enjoying it more, having a blast doing it instead of, because, when we debate, we enjoy kicking the hell out of the other side and refuting every one of their arguments and, leaving them speechless. But,
so do you want less like internal structure, or do you just want less just the facts and more like analysis?
No, it's the tone that I was looking at. It's the tone I'm after.
Okay, so I was like a little bit too emphatic on certain things. Okay,
Watch yourself tonight and see the tone. Okay. Do we have time for one more?
No. 3:41.
She says all excited.
No.
Okay. Let me talk about the judging. I will send you all tonight. And Joe, if you remind me, because Elizabeth has prepared a 3-page how to judge sheet. I'll send you a how to judge sheet for anybody interested and remind you of what, when, where, why, and how. And then you can respond to the email and let me know you're interested, okay? And it's fun, it's a piece of cake. We pay for your hotel, and you have to pay for your food, and it's fun. And it's at Point Loma, which is on the beach, and it's a beautiful college, and it's gorgeous down there. Ask Video. Is it a beautiful video? Video. Oh, you've been there? Oh, you've been there. Okay, good. All right, well, our work is done. Return with honor. By the way, no name on this, Shania.
Oh, I didn't realize you did that. I thought I was going to get the outline back.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
I will write my name on it next time.
Yeah, next time type it.
Title?
Type it.
Oh, type it.
Yeah, type it.
Are we distributing the midterm today?
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
It seems like
On the syllabus?
I lied. Okay, now I guess you could walk. Wait a minute. I guess you could walk to my office. No. I'll tell you what. I'll distribute it on the email. The midterm. Thank you for that. You're gonna get it on an email tonight, midterm and judging. Email. Okay, for those of wait a minute. For those of you that spoke today, you need to choose a new topic for number 2. So, there you go. Choose a new topic.
So since I was ready afterwards, do I still get a 0 for today?
No, you like that.
Thank you.
You can go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I also came in late. I was wondering if I also got a 0.
So what's your name?
Ji-eun, Kim Ji-eun.
Diaz?
No, last name's Kim.
Kim?
Ji-eun.
No, you didn't get a 0.
Okay. Okay, I'll be going to speak.
And my name
Ooh.
is. Yeah. Can I also check, because I came in after the first speaker, if you called me? My last name is Shin, S-H-I-N.
No, I didn't tell you.
Okay.
Oh,
So I was wondering, my question was phrased in the book, in like the syllabus, as is a Trump victory and NATO loss, and I was wondering if you wanted to rephrase the question to say
President Trump's
victory and
what?
NATO loss.
NATO loss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so-
No, you can still answer that. In fact,
Well, no, do you
when
want me
he
to
met
rephrase
with
the-
when he met with the head of England, he reaffirmed that he supported NATO.
Right.
So,
Right. Okay.
but he does want them to stop getting a free ride and start paying a little more.
Right. And then my other question is, do you have to judge both days?
No, but
Because I have an
you would.
engagement on the 11th.
You have a car. You could
Yeah.
commute. Okay, good.
Okay.
good.
Thank you.
question. So I
Denim
just,
supplies.
so so I joined this class like last week. So I was wondering if you had the updated roster with my name.
No, I don't. And do you need a printed syllabus?
I have the syllabus, but I have a question on the syllabus. In terms of like the formatting of the presentation, it said to like it said like right here to repeat something. I don't know what you meant to repeat.
Repeat. Yeah.
So you're going you're gonna say I want to answer the question, blah blah blah, and then repeat the question again.
You repeat. You say, repeat your position. Yeah.
Okay.
Will not stop massive deportation.
Okay.
Not.
And then in terms of the outline, just would bullet points be okay, or just my first
2
part,
pages.
two paragraphs.
2 pages.
Okay.
And it includes your citations.
Okay.
And they need to be from the deep internet. Were you at the lecture for Mickey Garrell?
I was.
Okay, so that's got to be from the deep internet. It should be
Okay.
as long as this guy's here, a couple pages long of bibliography.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So can I still go next week, even if I got this one?
yeah, sure.
Hello. Just a quick question about my speech itself. May I ask the grade I received?
No,
Will I see it online
yeah, you'll see it eventually
one day?
after everyone's grade is in.
I see. But any other feedback besides what you gave?
No, you just watch. You can watch what I said online. No. Just don't be afraid to
Keep going.
keep going and know your topic a little better.
Mhm.
You could have researched it better, more evidence cited.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have office hours now?
Yeah. Okay, you want to come now? Okay, great. Perfect.
Can I get a copy of the syllabus, please?
Yeah, sure.
And you do have office hours for now, right?
Yeah.
I had a question in regards to the optional midterm.
Wait, where's that guy was supposed to get an 8? Yeah, okay, whatever he didn't get a topic. I don't know how he's going to speak. Okay, whatever. What?
I have a question in regards to the optional midterm for extra credit.
Yeah.
I was wondering how that worked. So it only benefits us. It can't hurt us for our grade.
That only benefits you, yeah.
Okay.
But it would be, you can't judge. Is that your problem?
Okay. So this.
Judging would be better.
Okay.
But up to you, yeah.
Okay.
It can only benefit you.
What is?
But it's a 200 question multiple choice exam
Okay.
on the text
Okay.
the Rusky text of public speaking.
Okay. So whatever points we get, it just gets added to our
Yeah.
overall grade. Okay. Got it. Cool. Thank you. That's the only
Yeah.
question I have.
Yeah.
And I gave my speech the first day.
Yeah.
I was wondering, since I already picked my second topic, do I have to be prepared for the next class, or do I wait for the whole class to present
Yeah,
their
be
first?
prepared. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm just calling on people, but
Just
yeah.
random?
I'm going to shorten my critique so we start getting through more people.
Makes sense.
And
Okay.
we'll get through more people.
Got it. Thank you so much.
You got a question?
No, I'm just.
Oh, you're fine, yeah. Yes.
I'm just waiting for your office
Oh,
hours.
got it. Okay, good. Hold this out. We're going to Xerox it for next week. So we'll stop by the Xerox machine on the way to my office, okay?
Oh, I had another question about my topic because I had to change it to make it just about the TPP retroactively.
Yes.
Mine was a comparison between the TPP and the RCEP.
Yeah.
And so now I